What is going on, everyone? I was looking for a topic today. You know, the Phillies slip out of first place, and what the hell is going on with them? You have this Flyers conversation that's going around the city because the St. Louis Blues win the Cup, and they win the Cup with some ex-Flyers, so what is the Flyers organization doing? The Sixers, Jimmy Butler, what's going to happen in free agency? I wanted to talk some Eagles today, understanding that, listen, it's middle of June, it's about that time of year with sports where things die down a little bit, but I want to discuss the Eagles. I want to have a fun conversation. I'm not trying to blow this out of proportion. It's just a nice little exercise, if you will. Zach Ertz spoke to the media and hit us with this quote. In terms of talent, I've never been on a team like this. He goes on from talking about the depth from top to bottom being special, and then he goes on and says, as an offense, we set high standards for ourselves. So I think because he's an offensive player, he's looking at the talent in the locker room throughout and saying, damn, there's a lot of talent on this team. And he's saying that this is the most talent he's seen on a team. And I want to talk about where we are right now and somewhat compare it to the 2017 team. Now listen, I'm not denying the fact that there's a lot of talent on this roster, and realistically, I won't hide it. This is one of the most anticipated Eagles season that I have had in a while, just based off of knowing what type of skill level is on this team. But did he go too far saying this is the most talent ever? Now, keep in mind, the most talent doesn't mean anything. It comes down to chemistry. It comes down to actually going out there and performing. Talent on paper doesn't necessarily always mean results. Look at the Pittsburgh Steelers, for example, and they had Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell, very, very, very talented players. And I understand their culture is different than the Eagles' culture, but my point is, talent's great, but it needs to be executed out on the field as well. But I want to take a look at this because realistically, I'm going to look at the defense too. But he was, in my opinion, talking about the offense because after he stated the talent quote, he goes on and says, as an offense, we set high standard for ourselves. So he's looking in the mindset of what he sees on the offensive side of the football. Let's take a look at, first off, Wentz. In 2017, Wentz had an MVP-like season. Is he going to be the MVP again and have that type of season? I've been on the record saying no, probably not. I don't think Carson Wentz next year is going to walk in and be what he was in 2017. And he doesn't need to be. He just needs to be a quarterback that's reliable and able to go out there and just be him, be himself. Whether that is MVP or not, I don't know, but I don't have that expectation that he's going to do everything he did in 2017. I just don't. I think he's going to be a good quarterback in this league. I think he's going to be a very solid quarterback. But I don't sit here and say every single year he's going to be MVP. No, I just don't. So in 2017, we got MVP Carson Wentz. Do we have that in 2019? Running backs in 2017. Ajayi, Darren Sproles, Corey Clement, LeGarrette Blount. We know what we're doing on third and short with that core. And no one stands out as wow as a running back. But as a core, collective, as a unit, they were special, they had roles, and they made it happen. This year, here's our running back core. Miles Sanders, Jordan Howard, Corey Clement, and then a question mark. We got Smallwood. We got Josh Adams. Is Darren Sproles going to be returning? I know that's been in the loop over the last couple weeks. It died out now, but that was a question mark. Great names, right? Jordan Howard, nice name. Miles Sanders, we're all intrigued by him. But I can't sit here and tell you that is better than what we had in 2017. I don't know. Jordan Howard is very one-dimensional. Miles Sanders is someone who's already battling hamstring injuries. And he's a rookie, and he fumbles a lot. I'm not trying to knock the team. Let me clarify. I'm not trying to sit here and say we're not talented. I know we are. But I want to have some fun with this. Are we as talented as 2017? Are we, thinking we're this squad that has zero flaws? Because in reality, as much as we're hyping this season up, we still do have flaws. Miles Sanders, for example. Great player. Very, very happy we took him. But he does fumble a lot. He is very raw. He's a rookie. What can we expect from him? I don't think this unit on paper is better than what we had in 2017. And keep in mind the age factor. LeGarrette Blount coming into next season compared to where LeGarrette Blount was in 2017. Same with Darren Sproles. Keep in mind, they were different in their career. Offensive line, it's interesting because you have Jason Peters now who plays every other game and 80% of the snaps. If he goes down, is Dillard going to be able to step in like Vaitai? You got to factor in 2017, these injuries, and everyone overcame them, and everyone stepped up. People are going to get banged up. Are we going to have the ability for others to step in? Is Dillard going to be able to step in and play that role if JP goes down? What's Brooks' situation? But all around, I don't think I'm that concerned with the offensive line as a whole. I think we will be okay with that. Let's talk about the wide receivers. 2017, Alshon, Aguilar, Torrey Smith, Matt Collins. Nice crew. This year, Alshon, Aguilar, Deshaun, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, maybe Matt Collins. I'll go with, okay, I think this year we have a little bit more to give on that wide receiving core. The fact that we have someone who can stretch the field. Now, Torrey Smith stretched the field, but he couldn't catch. Deshaun Jackson is more of a threat than I would say Torrey Smith was. And you go to the tight ends. And this one's interesting. And I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this. In 2017, we had Ertz, Trey Burton, and Brent Selleck, which is a good core. This year, Ertz, Goddard, Rodgers, and I'm just saying, Brent Selleck was a difference maker. He's not flashy. He's not giving you Zach Ertz type numbers. But what does he do? He was big with protection. He was big with giving Carson Wentz some time. He was big with picking up blocks. He was something unique, and he was a difference maker. He had a big role, and he filled it. I like the Ertz-Goddard tandem more, and I think that's more youthful. And I understand the packages we could put together offensively is more elite, if you will, and scarier when you're a defense looking at it. I get that. But the 2017 unit was solid. Was very solid. Now that's our offense. I'm not telling you we're less skilled now than 2017. I'm not telling you we're more skilled now. I'm just going over it. And I think it's fun. It's interesting to take a peek back at it after Zach Ertz made this statement. And I know that was the offensive side, but defensively, I just want to talk about one thing when it comes to our DBs and our secondary. We have a lot of names. A lot of names. Are they good names? Really? Avonte Maddox? Now, I'm a huge fan of Avonte Maddox. He is someone that has my eyes popping, and I love everything I see about this kid. I love him. I got high hopes for him. Mills, Darby, LeBlanc, Sidney Jones, Rasul Douglas. Names. A lot of names. Are they good, though? What are you going to expect from Sidney Jones? Honestly, I think he's a bum. I hope he proves me wrong. I really do. I think he's a bum. LeBlanc, nice story. I don't think he's anything legit. Ronald Darby's going to have to come back from that injury and step up. Jalen Mills. We realized how much we actually needed him when we got to that point of injuries. Rasul Douglas, I know he's a name that everyone's talking about looking better coming into this year. So we'll see. But compare it to what we had in 2017. You know, a lot of names. But does it compare? Do we have that skill set? Are we quick back there? Are we going to get torched with the long ball? We're going to have to wait and see. In regards to linebacker, we pick up Zach Brown this year. I think Grugier Hill is going to be a great step up. Nigel Bradham, of course, is going to be a good piece. I'm not too worried about our defensive ends and our D-line. I think that's going to be fine. I think that compares to what we had when we won the Super Bowl. It's going to be the same level. Maybe a tiny, tiny drop-off, but that's still good considering where we were. Once again, let me repeat myself. I'm not saying we're not talented. I'm not saying we're not going to be good. This is the most anticipated season that I can remember. For me, it's one of the most hyped up season, and I'm pumped for it. And I think we have a really great roster. I really do. I'm just basing this fun conversation off what Zach Ertz said when it came to the most talent he's ever seen. Most talent he's ever been a part of. And maybe last year, being in the middle of 2017's run and now, maybe it's throwing him off a little bit. Or do you agree with him? Do you think this is the most talented roster? Because like I said, it doesn't mean because you are the most talented means you win. So maybe in 2017 we weren't the most talented team, but we won. So I don't know. Listen, I'm just having fun with it. Curious on your thoughts. I love the Eagles. I think they're going to be great this year. This is no knock on the Birds, just some entertaining talk. Mid-June. This is what you're going to get. Thank you, guys. See you next time.